Hello friends and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to make an image compressor or image resizer app in React Native. So let's get started. First of all, we will create a folder and I will name it image compressor. And here I will open hyperterminal and npx react native init image compressor. Now we will wait for the template to be downloaded. We are making Android app, so we will skip the CocoaPods and our template is ready. I prefer JavaScript over TypeScript, so I will remove TypeScript from the template by typing yarn remove TypeScript. Now we will remove tsconfig file and also we will name it app.js. Here I will import React from React. I hope it is visible to you guys. Import React from React, then we will create an app component and here we will return a simple screen saying hello. Import text, view hello, and let's add some styles. Const styles is equals to style sheet dot create. First style will be for container, justify content center, flex will be 1 and background color will be EFEE9 and let's add align item center and we will add the style to our container. So style equals styles dot container and that's it. Let's run the app by typing yarn android. So here the first build will take some time but the subsequent builds will be faster. It is done now. Let's see if our app is working. I forgot to export the app component. Export default app. You guys can see here our app is working fine. If I change hello, you can see the changes here too. So that means our app is working perfectly. Now let's allow the user to select an image. For that we have to create a button. Let's create a view and style equals styles dot add image and here add image equals width is equals to 300, height is equals to 300, and background color will be this one. You guys can see here. Let's change the opacity. This is fine. This is good. And add a border radius. Now we will make this view pressable. Pressable, and on press we will log pressed. So now if I press this container, we will see pressed is logged. So now I want to add the functionality that if this container or box is pressed, then image picker will appear and allows the user to select an image. So for that, yarn add react native image picker. Now here I will write import launch image library from react native image picker, and here I will create a function const select file is equals to this, and for now we will again console log pressed, and here I will write select file. You can see it is working. So here I will write launch image library, and here you guys can see it is taking option and callback as an argument. So here I will create options const options is equals to no data is true. No data is set to true. Why is that? It is because we do not want an entire image to be imported in our app. We just need the file's path or file URI. So let's continue. Options, comma, now we will add a callback. It will be async function, and here we will add response, and let's log console log response. So let's see what happens. Firstly, we have to yarn Android. Now if I press this box, an image picker should appear. Let's try. You guys can see here image picker has launched. You guys can see here the image, and if I select the image, we should be able to get a response. Let's select, and you guys can see here we got a response. And if I do not select an image, we got did cancel is true. So let's add some if statements. If response dot did cancel, then console dot log user did not select an image, and else if response dot error, then what we have to do, we have to log error, comma response dot error, and else if user has selected an image, then we have to store the file URI. File URI is equals to response dot asset dot response dot assets at index 0 dot URI. Let's try response dot assets at index 0 dot URI. Then we will log file URI. Let's try. You guys can see we got the file URI. So now I will create a state const file URI comma set file URI is equals to use state. Set file URI file URI. So we have selected an image and we have stored its URI in a state. Now what? Now after that has been done, if file URI is there, here I will write if file URI is present, then what we have to do is we want to display the file URI for now. You guys can see file URI. So what I want now is if there is a file URI present, I want to display the image in this box. Let's display the image for now. And here I will add another condition. If file URI is present, then we have to display the image. If it is not present, then we have to display this box. So if it is present, then we have to display the image. Image and here source equals URI file URI and style will be styles dot or create an inline style. Width will be 300 and height will also be 300. Let's try now. Select the image. You guys can see here image is displayed. So we will also add border radius 15. That's it. So now we are successfully allowing the user to select an image and display it in the app. So now that we have imported the image in our app, we want to compress it. So to compress it, I will create a new button. Let's remove this and I will create a pressable button with text compress it, and on press will be log pressed for now. compress it, you guys can see it is pressed. So let's remove this and add compress image. We will create a new function, const compress it is equals to compress image is equals to function, and here we will have to import a new node module which will be yarn add react native image resizer, and here we will add image resizer dot create resized image, and this is not an object, so here URI will be file data.uri. I forgot to record this step in the select file function where I have stored this entire file info in a file data state, so we can access the URI width and height from file data state. And here I will create a constant resized image is equals to image resizer dot create resized image, and here I will add these arguments. First is URI. URI will be taken from file data.uri, and width will also be taken from file data.uri. Same with the height, file data.height. Then format will be JPEG and quality will be 60%. After that, let's log the resized image into the console. Compress it. Let's reload. Here I will type await, and it should be async function. Select an image, compress it. Oh no. File data dot width. Then for the height, file data dot height. Then format will be JPEG and quality will be 60. After that, we have to log it into the console. And let's select the image and press compress it. You guys can see here we get this. It means we should change the approach to async. Let's try it again. You guys can see here we get height is same as the original height, width is also same, and this is the URI. You guys can see here size is 24513 bytes. I guess it is bytes, but if we move up to see the bytes of the original file, it is 6 it is, you guys can see here, it is 30393 bytes. That means the image is reduced or compressed. So now we have the compressed image. We have to store it in the album. Now we have the compressed image. We will store it in the now that we have the compressed image, we have to store it in the mobile. So now that the image is compressed, let's do some styling. So compress it will look like this, and let's add some style here. Style equals styles dot compress, and compress is equals to padding will be 10, background color will be 36454F, yes, and border radius will be 10, margin top will be 10, color will be EF EEE9. This will be on the text. This is for the button. Now let's add the styles to text. Style equals styles dot compress text. Compress text is equals to color will be EF EE9, and let's increase the font size 16, and that's it. Let's change the status bar color. Status bar background color will be same as the container EFEEE9, and bar style will be dark content. That's better. Let's refresh. And here, if the image is not selected, I want to display select an image, and I will add these both in a view container here, and let's add some style. Style equals styles dot heading. Heading equals text align center, font size 16 or 20, margin bottom will be 15, and color will be 36454F. That is good. Select an image, compress it, and now let's modify it further. Now if image is resized, then what we have to do? Then we will display the file URI. So const resized image URI equals resized image dot URI, and I will create another state compressed set compressed. It will be a boolean, so at the beginning it will be false, and later we will set compressed true and set resized image URI. I will create another state for resized image URI RURI, set RURI, and then set RURI to resized image URI, and if the image is compressed, then what we have to do is we have to display the file URI RURI, and the styles will be same as the heading or not. And let's add style equals styles dot URI, and here let's add another style, font align, text align center, and width will be 80%, and color will be 36454F. Let's try it now. If image is compressed, then this is shown. Margin top will be 15, that is better. And if compressed is done, if the image is compressed, then we will not display the compress it button. If file data is true, and if compressed is not equal to true, then we will show the compress it button. Here you guys can see that the compressed image is not present in the photo gallery. So to add it to the photo gallery, we will use RNFS, React Native File System. Let's add yarn add React Native FS. So now you guys can see here that this compressed image file is not present in the gallery. So to move it to the gallery, we will go here where the image is resized, and we will add a destination path. Destination path is equals to, we have to import RNFS from React Native File System, and here destination path will be RNFS dot pictures directory path slash compressed image, and then the timestamp, which is added by date.now, then .jpg will be the extension of the file. This is a function. So we have created destination path. We will run yarn android later. So we have successfully created destination path. So now that we have the destination path, we will move the resized image from the default location to destination path. Await rnfs dot move file from resized image URI to destination path. This will be a constant. Now we will request the permission from the device. Const granted is equals to permissions android dot request permission android dot permissions dot write external storage, comma, text or title will be storage permission required, storage permission required. Message will be app needs storage permission to store the compressed image. After we have requested the permission, we have to add if granted equals to permissions android dot granted dot results dot granted. If it is granted, then what we have to do is we have to scan the file by typing await rnfs dot scan file from the destination path. It will ensure that the image that is resized is present in the gallery or not. If it is granted, then we will log file saved, and if it is not granted, then we will log permission denied. And that's it. Let's run yarn android. Now the build is completed. Now if the file is saved, then display we will not display the resized image URI, but we will display the destination path. So let's check our app, select an image, compress it. It is compressed. You can see compressed image with the timestamp. Let's select an image and compress it. You guys can see here that it is compressed and it is also showing us the path. And here you guys can see it is written permission denied, which means that the permission was not granted. If we check the files, here you guys can see compressed images are also appearing with the original image. So let's get back to our app. We will move to Android app source main, and here I will add the permission, write external storage, also read external storage. If I select the image, you guys can see here two images are appearing. That means the compressed image is saved in the gallery. So if I select an image and compress it again, you will see here it is written permission denied. This happens on Android emulator. If I try it on my device, it requests for the permission. So it is normal. So now what we will do is we will add a button here to share the image. To share the image, we will use React Native Share. So let's yarn add React Native Share. It's done. So now we will import the share from React Native Share. React Native Share. And here we will create a button which is pressable, and here we will add another text, share, and let's save it. You guys can see here that there is an error. We have to yarn Android again for the new library to be built with the app. So yarn Android. Now let's select the image, select an image, compress it. Here we will see the image path and share button. Let's change the style of this view. So width will be 80%, width will be 80%, and align items will be center. Let's add some styles to the share button. The styles will be same as compress and compress text. So let's copy that. Better. And when we will press the share button, it should display the share options. So we will create some options. Here we will create a function named share image equals to the function. We will add a constant share options, which will be an object, and URL will be the image URI. The RURI state is not being used properly as we are storing the destination path here. So we will use it accordingly. So it will be used like this, file, and then the path, which will be RURI. Share options are created. Now share dot open and share options here. This will be an await statement. This will be an async function, and now let's add this function to the pressable. On press share image. Let's try. You guys can see here it is displaying perfectly. We have these options. I do not have WhatsApp or any other app installed, so these are the options. Let's select Gmail. You guys can see here it will open Gmail, and we have to add email and other things, but you get the point. It will share the image. As we did not share the image, so we get the error that user did not share. So we will add this in the try catch block, try, and we will add this code in the try block, and let's create a catch block. Catch block will display the error. This should work now. If we share the image and do not share it, we will get the error that user did not share. When we select an image, it should not say compress it. It should ask for the percentage of the compression level. So let's add that functionality using text input, and here let's enclose it in a view. Style will be styles dot input. Let's add some styles. Input, it will be height is equals to 40, and width will be 100. Background color will be black for now, and align self center. Margin top will be 15. Change the background color to 36454F, and border radius will be 15. Padding will be 10, and the color will be EFEEE9. Let's try it again. Here the placeholder will be quality percentage, quality, and 10 to 100 or 0 to 100. Let's increase the width to 120 and change the placeholder text color to EFEEE9. Better. The placeholder color will be with some opacity like this. Let's decrease the border radius. Here let's add another text, and it will say enter compression percentage. Let's add align self center. Better. And here let's add some style. Let's try the compression text style. Styles dot compress text style. No. So color will be 36454F, and margin top will be 10. Let's decrease the margin top of the input. better. That's better. Now let's increase the font size of the text. Font size will be 16. So whatever we will write in this box should be the compression percentage. Let's add value. Value will be compression percentage, and on change set compression percentage. This will be a state. Let's create it and set compression percentage, and it will be an integer. Let's change the keyboard type to numeric, so we will always input numbers, and let's add this state value to compress image function, which will be compression percentage. So now we will add the functionality that if the image is selected, it should also display the file size before and after the compression. So here I will add text file size. Let's add the same style we added here, and here we will display the file size. Now we have stored all the file info in the file data. So first of all we will log the file data to see what was the file info that was stored in the file data state. Let's select a file again. Here you guys can see file name, file size. We want to obtain file size, so we will remove this and we will access the file size by typing file data dot file size. You guys can see here we got the file size, but we want it to be in kilobytes, so file size divided by 1024 KB, and we will round this off by typing math dot floor and this works. So file size is 23 kilobytes. Let's change the text from compression percentage to quality percentage. That's better. Let's change the width of the view. Width will be 300 pixel, same as the image, or let's decrease it to 250. That's better. So file size is 23 kilobytes. Let's decrease the quality to 50%. We get an error, and the error is located here. The code is working with 60 but not with the compression percentage. So let's log the compression percentage. Let's select an image and compress it. It was 0. Select an image and 50% compress it. So the code was working with 60%, but not with the compression percentage. So I logged the compression percentage and I found this. Upon searching, I have found the issue, which was we have to change this on change to on change text. What a silly mistake. Let's add compression percentage now and try again. Select an image. Compression percentage is 50. Okay, so we have to parse int. We are casting string to the double. Parse int. Reload again. 50. Compress it. Now we have compressed the image successfully. Thank God. Okay, so now that the compression is completed, we will display the size of the compressed image. So text file size is, we have to create another state for file size. Resized file size, set resized file size, and let's set it to string and try again. 50. Compress it. File size. The style will be the same, and file size will be resized file size, and when the image is compressed, set resized file size to resized image dot size, and we will copy the same logic from above. Resized file size, select an image, 29 KB, 50% should be compression percentage, we get 23. So this is not the percentage of the file size, it is the percentage of compression. That means the image quality is decreased but not the file size. You guys can see here that the file size is decreased, that means the image is compressed. So there should be an option to go back. So here I will add, if file data is there, pressable button and a text which will say back, or we will add an emoji to go back and add it in a view. Here you guys can see it. Let's change the font size. Style equals font size 30 and margin bottom is 20. Color is 36454F, and if it is pressed on press, set file data to null and set compressed to false. Yes, let's press it. We can see select an image 30%, compress it. If we press it again, we have navigated back to the first screen. So that means our app is working perfectly, and this is it. So this is the image resizer or image compressor app. Also, comment down below which app should we make next. And I am not saying that I am the expert. The things I have done here could be done in much better way, but this video was to give you an idea. So that's it for today guys. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again in the next video.